What's up, everyone? Here to do Hunter x Hunter 111, and this week's episode was honestly great. In my opinion, it was really good. The only problem that I had with it is that I feel that the Netero flashback, it could have been condensed a little bit, but still, overall, like, that was something petty to complain about because I thought it was a really good episode, especially learning a few new things about what's going on with certain characters and seeing a character that I don't know about you guys, I didn't expect. I mean, I saw it on the preview, but I definitely didn't expect him to like help or whatever. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a good episode. But I'll get into the review. So the beginning of the episode starts off with 2 minutes before Gon and everyone is gonna go into the palace, and they show Netero and Zeno, which really surprised me. Like, I was just really surprised to see Killa's grandpa because he's a pretty cool character. I really like him. But yeah, I really wonder, like, is he actually gonna help them fight the ants, or was he just giving him a ride, or like what's going on? But they jump from this bird, and Neferpitu, she kind of notices, but then they're not sure. But then her and Sheepoof see the huge dragon out of nowhere, and then we go to the 10-second countdown, and everyone is ready. But I just think it's so interesting, like seeing Gon's character change. Like, I just wonder, like, what is he gonna do? Because I'm sure if you guys haven't read the manga, because I haven't, I've been waiting just for these moments or this arc, and yeah, it's just really interesting to see like what's going on, because people say that Gon does some pretty cool stuff, but yeah, I'm definitely pretty excited to see what happens. But Killua says that he can sense this dark coldness next to him, and I just feel like he's kind of like sad because it's so weird that like Killua finally got this huge burden off him, but now like Gon has this huge burden, and the roles are kind of reversed. I just think it's kind of interesting. But we go back over to outside of the palace, and Neferpitu ends up retracting her nin because she sees that they're coming down, or her in, I'm sorry, and she senses Zeno, and she's like super excited. And by the way, her face was so creepy, like it was super super creepy. But she gets ready for battle, which means she has all of her nin to herself. But that's when Zeno does this dragon dive thing, and he just like showers it everywhere. But so for Neferpitu, that means her decision backfired. It wasn't a good one. But if you guys are manga readers, let me know. Did Neferpitu unlock a new power? Because I know it did say she unlocked the sixth sense, but like, was that like a new power, or just like she just powered up? Like, what happened? Like, or just like the tension from being the king being attacked, like, just made her unlock that? Just let me know if you are a manga reader. But she like ends up using that sixth sense, and she can, like, the showers don't mean anything, or the dragons, the other ones coming down, don't mean anything. She can see who's in the sky, like, because of her sense, I guess. And she takes out her ability, and it says it takes a tenth of a second for her to attack after she activates it. But oh man, it was such a good moment. It was such a good moment. Netero goes, I've thought of multiple things that could happen, but you made the wrong decision, little ant. Oh man, that was a really good one. But then we go over to Zeno, and he's speaking to, I'm not sure. I think it's Killua or maybe his son. But besides that, I don't know what other people would be asking him these questions about Netero. But he says some really interesting facts, and I just thought it was really cool how he said it. He says when you're gonna die, your life flashes in your face, and you can hear what the other person is thinking. And they say that martial artists call it listening with spirit, and it's pretty much you can understand what's going on or what they're saying. But he also said there's a time perception paradox, which I think is like time may slow down. That's what I figured out that he meant that when he said that. So right after that, Zeno talks about why Netero is powerful, and he says that his nin is very quiet, which is interesting. I hope that we get a little more detail on what he means by quiet. But he says that you cannot read his next attack, and that's why he's lived for so long. It's for a reason. And he says that Netero was an old man when he was a baby, so that just makes me wonder, how old is Netero? Like, it just really baffles me. Like, how old is he? I want to know, because something else that they say a little later is they say that at age 50, that was 6 decades ago. So he's over 100 and something years old. That is just so interesting. But he says that he was the only man to fight his grandpa, Zeno's grandpa, which is Kill's grandpa. So I wonder like what his grandpa was like. But he says the only person to ever fight him and live. So that's definitely interesting, and I hope we get more into Kill's family, definitely, because I hear that we do, but like just their past a little bit, and just I want to know more about his family because they're so interesting. But he says that he considers him a friend, and they're like yin and yang, and whoever is talking to him, he asks who does he think is stronger, and he says it's not even a question that Taro is stronger. But the person who's talking is Zeno. Yes, why is he so strong? But he says that he is the Guayan Buddhistava. I think that's how you say it. I'm not exactly sure the pronunciation. I think it's Buddhistava, something like that. But you have to say it like all together. Obviously, it's a lot easier. But yeah, it pretty much Guayan. It just means like it's a Japanese god. Is just god of mercy, and Buddhistva is just like enlightened being. Like that's all it means. But that's his most dangerous technique, and she perceived it, Neferpitu, and we were talking about earlier time perception, but she saw it, but by the time she perceived it, he was already done, so she couldn't dodge it. But then we go into a Netero flashback, which I thought it was interesting. They could have made it a little shorter, like I said, but it was still very interesting for sure. But he says that he was at his limit physically and technique wise, so he was just thinking the whole entire time, and he realized that gratitude, he wanted to give martial arts gratitude, and that's why he decided to give 10,000 a day, and to put his hands together, pray, and throw a punch. It took him 5 or 6 seconds, and the first time it took him 18 hours, which is a long damn time. But right after, he would usually fall asleep. But after 2 years of doing this, after all these different seasons, he realized that the sun was finally up when he did it. And he finally awoken at age 50, which one thing I will say, it didn't make sense to me. It said they showed him at age 46, but then they say 2 years after that moment, he was, but that doesn't make sense because they said he was 50. But I don't know, maybe I mistook it, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that that's what they said. But whatever, it's not important. But he awoke and he did a 10,000 punches in 1 hour. That is crazy, like absolutely absurd. But he goes to some dojo and he throws a punch so fast, it is faster than sound. What the heck? Sound is like it's like depending on like the temperature and stuff like that in the air, but I know it's something around like 350 milliseconds. And like I just said, Neferpitu takes 1/10 of a second just to be able to attack. So not even close. But they just said that a monster has awakened, and that was over 6 decades ago. So, and they say over, so I figure he's like 110 110, 115, somewhere in that realm. It is just so crazy. So after that, we go back to Netero's attack, and he sends Neferpitou flying, and she has no idea what happened. That's how fast. She says the way his position of his hands, the punch couldn't have came from there. Like, I guess it's just that fast. But after that, she uses her ability because it has to stay in one place and it's connected to her tail to stop her from flying. But she's super worried and she knows she fucked up bad. But after that, we just have all the boys come in and they see Yuppie at the stairs and they didn't expect him right there. So yeah, I'm pretty interested to see, like, are a couple people just gonna fight him and then the rest are gonna go to the king. Like, I'm just really excited to see what's gonna happen, especially after this Netero hype. Oh my gosh, like, he is a beast. I must say, he is nice, like faster than sound. It just really blew my mind. But yeah, like I said, I thought it was a really enjoyable episode. They just could have shortened the flashback a little bit. That's about all, but it really wasn't a big deal. I still enjoyed it. But let me know what you guys think. That's all I have, and thanks.